Tony's Tractor Adventure.
Welcome back to the channel. We are done demoing the TYM T264, and we really enjoyed the tractor. You guys have watched our channel can look back and see a lot of the stuff we've done with this tractor, and it's a very capable little tractor. Truly enjoyed working with this little tractor, and one thing we really like about it is the lift capacity of this tractor. It lifts about 1,387 pounds, I think is what the book says. I know for a fact it will lift quite a bit more than that, and it will lift it out here at the end of the bucket, where most companies will list what they'll lift at this pin right here, the pivot pin. I don't see if you can see my finger there or not. And so that's a lot closer to the tractor, and realistically what you're going to lift up is going to be out here. You guys, if you've seen the us lifting those big logs, you know that those logs were well over the 1,300 pounds that this tractor is rated. Now I will say this, you will need ballast on the back of this tractor for its full lift capacity. The tires are not loaded in it, and let's see if I can walk around here. The tires are not loaded in it, so what we did is we put the tiller on the back, which again, it sticks further out to the back, and it's about 600 pounds, I want to think our tiller is. It's a pretty heavy dude, and it really was almost enough balance. So to get the full lift capacity of this tractor, I think you'd have to have the tires loaded and something very heavy on the back end of the tractor. This loader is very strong. So I really like this tractor, but it's time to carry it back. We really enjoyed this tractor for sure, and the deal is we would have 30 hours to demonstrate this tractor. That's a lot of seat time. That's 30 hours sitting in the seat of this tractor and working it. So we've got 29 hours on it right now, and that's why we're carrying it back, because basically the deal was done. And you know, it was 29 hours of, you know, no issues. Everything worked. It is just such a great little tractor for the frame size that it is. And guys, I'm doing this video, so if you see it shaking around, that's because it's me and not Tanya. But I just really can't find anything that I truly hate about this tractor. You know, some tractors, there's little things that you just absolutely hate. Once you buy it, you're stuck with it. For 30 hours, I've sat on this tractor, and there's nothing that I absolutely hate on this tractor. There's some things about it that I might do different if I owned it. This knob right here, as you get on and off the tractor, the four-wheel drive knob, you pull this forward for four-wheel drive, push it back for two-wheel drive. It's really tall, and it hangs my pants leg if I have a loose pants leg. It's nothing major. If I owned it, I'd cut it off and put it low. There's no reason for it to be sticking up that high anyway. Even though this is a small tractor, it's bigger, much bigger than a subcompact. It's basically about a 30 horsepower tractor frame that has a 24 horsepower motor on it to stay under the tier 4, so you don't have to have any of the regen stuff, but it's got smaller tires. So basically what they've done is they've shrunk a 30 horsepower tractor down to a 24 horsepower tractor, and the transmission, everything about this was built for the 30 horsepower. And that's in other countries, you can get this tractor still in the 30, maybe 35 horsepower range. So I like the fact that it's still small enough to have about the same footprint as a subcompact, but it is a lot more. Let me show you the axles on this thing. The front axle on this is absolutely massive for a tractor this size. You can tell. Look, that's something you would see on a much larger tractor. I pointed that out at the farm machining show in Louisville. Let me carry you around to the rear end. Everything's cast iron. It's either steel or cast iron. Let me pull this around here so you can see this. Look at the rear end. I hope you guys see it. It's really sunny out here. I'll try to get you some different angles. So everything about this is way overbuilt for a 20 is 24.8 horsepower. Excuse me, I just bumped that. Hope that, like I said, Tanya's not here to do the camera work, so I'm doing it myself. So anyway, next week we're carrying this thing back, and I just want to give you a little rundown on it, let you know what's going on. I really like this tractor, and I'm going to tell you how much I like it. This is how much I like it. I went and got one of my own. We bought this out of our own money. We had two LS's in the past. I think this tractor is going to be better for us because it's one tractor that does all. It's big enough to do what we want to do on the big end, but small enough I can still mow my yard. So, ta-da! This is another new addition to the family that we bought. We paid for this, so we're not sponsored in any way for this. Did a little research on it, talked with a buddy. This is a Phoenix 60-inch finish mower, and it's made in Italy. It's none of the Chinese stuff. This is top-notch finish mower, rear discharge. Like I said, it's rear discharge. It's also like a the new professional like Skag lawnmowers and commercial mowers. It has sealed bearings, so there's no you don't grease the bearings on this. So it's basically go get on the tractor, hook up, and mow. This is not the cheapest finish mower out there, but I think this is going to be the finish mower that we keep forever. Sometimes I forget to say things or get confused when I'm in front of the camera or talking behind the camera. In this case, the spindles are non-greasable. They are sealed, so you don't have to worry about greasing the spindles. However, the axle pivots or the spindles of the wheels, they are greasable. There's also, obviously, you have to grease the PTO shaft. The T264 has the option of a drive over deck, and it's 60 inches as well. It's there. You've got the option if you want a mid-mount mower, but I chose to go with the rear mount mower. I talked with my dealer, and just for what we do, if you have the mid-mount mower on, what you have to do is, if you want to take the mid-mount mower off, you take the mid-mount mower off. It's pretty easy. It's nothing wrong. But if you're going to hook something up at the back, you're already going to have something off. You're already working with the back. So now I only have to work with one attachment point. So in other words, if I have the mid-mount mower on, I don't have to take that off to go till or bush hog or whatever. I have, everything's going to be on the rear. And there's advantages to having a rear finish mower versus a mid-mount mower. And one of those advantages is that you can back up onto the edges of bushes and mow up, closer in. You can actually, back into it. And there's things that are better about a mid-mount mower. Like you can turn circles closer to an item like a tree. You can go around a tree and get closer to it. But we're on a rear mount mower, you'd have to back up and turn, back up and turn, back up and turn. Guys, I'm gonna go mow. It is Memorial Day weekend, and I've got let's see, I've got to get all this yard mowed. Look what I got here. Went over the other day. Got these big logs. We got a sawmill. We're gonna start doing some videos on the sawmill pretty soon, so y'all stay tuned.